Hey everybody,
Hello, hello, hello.
and welcome to episode 7 of Our Life is a Honeymoon.
Welcome back.
Today we're talking about spiritual practices and how they help us both as individuals and together as a couple. So,
Very excited about this
take
one.
it away. Here we
All right.
go.
Yeah.
The universe brought us together,
That we know,
and together we want to share that story with you.
as well as all of the practices we do to keep our relationship thriving.
Because to us, it feels like our life is a honeymoon.
We want that same joy for all of you. I'm Tim.
I'm Amy, and this is our podcast.
All right. So, spiritual practices. This is something that is very, very near and dear to my heart. And I know
Mine too.
also Amy's is one of the first things that we got us together. It was like through the meditation app. So, it doesn't have to be rigid. It's not necessarily religious. It can be. And it evolves over time. Ours are flexible and very personal to each of us. I had my own before Amy came into the picture, and same thing with her, vice
Had my
versa.
own,
We
yes.
each had, and they kind of overlap in some ways. So I'm excited to kind of talk about our each individual styles, and so they support how we show up for ourselves and each other. So I wanted to say that, and then if you want to kind of take away your
Yeah, absolutely. So I love my spiritual practices, and I think that they are probably the number one most important thing that helps me to be grounded as a human and as a business professional and as a mother and as a partner. And that is the non-negotiable of spiritual practices every single day. My life gets extremely busy. I'm trying to whittle that down a little bit. But no matter what, I always take time every single morning for spiritual practices. Even if we have a flight leaving, we have to leave at 4 a.m, I still get a mini version in because it's that important to me.
I've seen her do it.
Yeah.
Actually, I was asleep. I hear her get
The
up
alarm
and do it.
go off, and yeah, that's true. So for me, we're going to talk about our shared practices after, and that would be the weekend. So weekdays, once I either get up before everybody else is up or once everybody gets out the door, but there's quiet time, except for 5 cats, but they're part of my practice. I like to get up and start my day with some yoga and just get grounded and focused, and also work on flexibility. And I think it's also a way that I love myself and I love my body by ensuring that I'm going to remain flexible for many years to come. I think that's just part of good health. So to me, yoga is very important. And then I move over. I have a little papasan chair over there in the corner. So I usually make a cup of coffee and then go over there. And depending on how much time, usually on weekdays, it's not as long as the practices that we do on the weekends. But at the very least, I keep a gratitude journal. And it's not just writing down things fast. It's breathing, it's getting grounded, and it's feeling. And I feel 10 things that I'm grateful for, 10 things that I'm excited about, 10 things that I'm going to manifest. And I write those in my journal, and then I breathe some more, and then I read them and I feel them some more. And generally from there, I go into my meditation time, which on the weekdays it's not too long. It's 5 or 10 minutes. It's nothing crazy. And sometimes I'll pull in a different practice here or there, but I think I'll wait until we talk about what we do together, because some of those items I do individually as well. But that's the foundation for my spiritual practice, and feels very good, and I love it.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
thank you for sharing.
Yeah.
I feel like I just learned something about the way you kind of handle your gratitude. I feel like you mentioned it briefly, but I kind of like how you explained. You really feel. I mean, that's something that sometimes I'll forget. Like I'm just writing, and then it's easy to just kind of get into the routine of just writing something without the feeling part. But I feel like that's like half of it is writing it, the other half is feeling it.
Especially if you're trying to manifest something, it's getting into the vibration of that thing being a reality.
Yeah.
So yeah, super important.
Yeah, and so my practices are very similar. I do start the day with yoga, and that's something that I picked up, I want to say in Seattle, maybe just a couple of years before I met you, maybe not even a couple of years, might have been like a year before. And so that is something that's been a staple. Used to switch, like do a workout and then a yoga one day, the workout yoga just kind of switch, but then my workouts were just too short, so I just decided 5 to 10 minutes of yoga every morning is the best way to start the day. Just moving the body in any way, shape, or form for a few minutes. There is a guy that I follow on YouTube. It's really, really powerful.
Why don't you say who he is? So
Yeah.
people might.
Yeah, the guy's name is Breathe. It's like a couple, actually, similar to us. They have their own channel, Breathe and Flow. Breathe and Flow. And I think they have like 5 million subscribers, are huge. So definitely appreciate that guy. And then so after that, I will, at least, I always try to sit for 10 minutes. I have this app that, not an app, a website that I go to that the guy talks about loving kindness. That's a really popular one for me, loving kindness. And so he goes through just this little practice that helps me kind of give myself some self-love in the morning. That's something that I struggle with is just kind of lifting myself up in the morning, and then I'll read a couple affirmations, different apps I have on my phone, and then I will read like a daily reader about just something uplifting to connect myself with kind of a higher way of thinking, just instead of just the day-to-day kind of more, I don't want to say philosophical, but something powerful. And then I'm on my way, take a shower and off to the day. But those are things that I just need to function.
Yeah, definitely. What is the website or the app?
Yeah. The guy's name for the loving kindness, I think his name is Manoj. I'm not exactly sure, but just a really powerful guy.
Yeah, maybe you can put it in the show notes.
Yeah,
Yes,
thank
if
you.
anybody wants to look it up. And I should have mentioned too, so I do yoga on YouTube, and we also share this teacher together, but I like yoga with Cassandra.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, she's
she's
very,
a
very
great
good.
yoga teacher. So I do 98% of my practices. I follow her. So those are our individual practices. And what's kind of fun is I didn't tell you I was going to talk about this. I like things a little more impromptu. But when we might have talked about this in an earlier episode, but when Tim and I had our first date, which was a 5-day date in North Carolina. And if you didn't hear, or if you don't know what I'm talking about, then you can go to episode 1 or 2.
Probably both.
Listen to both. Listen to 1 and 2. Let us know which one it's on. So we spent 5 days together, and on I think the second to last day, we decided to share our practices with each other.
Oh, yeah.
And that's when we realized that we actually had very similar, I don't know if we did yoga then.
I think we did yoga.
Really?
I feel like we did.
Okay, that'd be awesome. But it's really exciting because we've both had these practices, for some time individually, which is amazing for two people, spiritual people, to have had these practices and meet somebody else that has similar practices. Like, we both kept gratitude journals before we ever met, and both liked meditation before we ever met. So that made it really beautiful and easy for us to bring this into our relationship as well.
Yeah, that's a good point. Along the same lines, it's like we're like two puzzle pieces that just like fit together, because I had friends in the past that I would hear in their relationships, like one person would be spiritual and the other wouldn't, and either they would be neutral to it, or sometimes like kind of confused by it and like rejecting of it, and like
I can't imagine.
and it's like, and so for us, it's just like another compatibility.
Another alignment. This really has no place in this podcast, but that's almost like if you shared like a different political belief with your partner, like it just seems so difficult. Like, how? So anyways, I hear the same thing. Sometimes people that they don't get the respect, or their partner thinks they're crazy for meditating, and like my heart cracks in half. I'm like, oh, that is good for you for having your practices and
Yeah.
holding firm, but like it's really beautiful if you can have shared practices with a partner. So if you're single out there, don't give up. It's possible to find somebody. The universe will deliver.
Yeah. So do we want to go into?
I think our shared practices.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll start
Start
that.
that. Yeah.
So yeah, every weekend, Saturday and Sunday, if possible, we really like to dive in deeper into a longer format version of our kind of weekly. It's taking the same ideas and same practices, but just stretching them out into, it could be 45 minutes to an hour and a half is usually the time frame for the weekend.
That's just the meditation.
Oh yeah, just the meditation.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So we start.
Oh yeah. So I think I'm more excited about the meditation, so I will pause there and then go back. We start with yoga every morning. Amy usually gets up before me, and so she'll be
A
up
little
and
sleeper.
up and Adam doing things, and then I'll bring my little yoga mat. She'll already have hers laid out, and I'll lay mine out, and then she sits down and just like, hey, what do you want to? Which one do you want to start with? And I'll just usually let her pick because she's always picking the great ones. And my body, I'm 40 years old, and I have very few aches and pains.
Are you kidding me?
I mean,
My
like,
knee, my shoulder.
but just randomly, and it's not consistent to where I'm sitting down at yoga and thinking like I need something for this.
You calling me old?
I'm not calling you
I'm
anything.
50. He's 40.
I'm not calling you anything.
Anywho.
And so I let her pick, and so that just feels good to just have that morning yoga movement together. It's always 10, 15, 20, maybe sometimes 30 if we're really feeling adventurous.
Very rarely, very rarely. I'd say 10 to 20.
Yeah, and so that feels
Yeah.
good to start that.
It does. It's fun. And, it's a spiritual time, but often we'll have a few little giggles maybe, or if it's a hard posture. And I really love that cats are naturally drawn to yoga mats. And so usually we get a kitty visitor here or there that, crawls in between us. And it's just a really special beginning to the day.
Yeah, it's again another kind of thing that we can just count on with each other showing up. And if
It's a no-brainer.
and if for whatever reason I am extremely exhausted, I will sit one out, and that rarely happens. But also, she's not gonna, and I wouldn't do the same for her. It's just
No
we
shame.
understand.
No shame. Before you get on to, I know you're like raring to go on the meditation, but I wanted to bring this up. So we love it so much that we bought travel yoga mats. They're foldable. Gaia makes them. And so they live in our suitcase. So every time we go to Disney, every time we go anywhere, yoga is a everyday thing. And even on checkout day, we take time and we're doing these practices, including the yoga. Even at the cabins that we were at, it was a tiny cabin, so there was no space inside, but we brought a tarp. So we were painfully able to do it on our gravel driveway of our cabin.
Yeah, we might have canceled out the yoga we did by doing it on rocks.
But it was hilarious.
It was fun, and people walked by, I think, could see us. But it was funny. I would just also say with the yoga, it's not like the timing. Like, it doesn't matter how long you do it. As long as, for me, it's like as long as I can do just a few minutes every day,
Yeah.
it really goes a long way.
Yeah.
Rather than like, oh, I have to do it for 20 minutes every day.
Oh,
Or,
no.
Like you have to go to a class. A lot of people are like, oh, I don't have time for yoga, and it's really like
Yeah, you do. You got time to scroll on your
a
phone?
lot of people don't know. I think that YouTube has endless
Absolutely.
videos.
Like I said, if
for
we have
beginners, for
beginner, power, whatever you want to do, restorative, couples, but there's not too many of those, but it's fun. But even on like airport days, I have to stretch. Like being 50, I get a little stiff. I'll do a 5-minute yoga. So it doesn't have to be anything crazy, but just getting that movement in, it just really connects mind, body, soul all together.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
so-
take it away, Tim.
So back to the meditation. I used to start my mornings with meditation first, but I switched to yoga, and so now that I think that's why I started it first.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we have this timer on my phone, set it to an hour and a half. That's what we've been doing lately, and if if one person doesn't want to go that long, they can quietly walk off and do something, maybe take a nap. And so yeah, that extended weekend meditation for me is so powerful and so healing and so restorative that it's becoming more and more like a non-negotiable. I feel like there was a time where it wasn't as solid. I feel like it's
Well,
becoming
it wasn't as long,
Yeah.
but this, I mean, I agree. Like for me now, short ones are an hour on the weekend, but we're not just sitting here. It
Yeah.
would be lovely. You could just sit here, but yeah, there's other things
You
that
can
we
go
do.
ahead.
Oh, I don't want to
No.
steal your thunder. So another thing though, leading up to this is we also have traditions and rituals that we do, like from the yoga mat to the meditation area. We're brewing our coffee. We burn incense. We just set the scene for a really grounded time. But you can keep going on the meditation
no.
if you want. Oh, okay, okay. So we meditate together on the couch, separate but near each other, and we always bring our gratitude journals and daily readers and. Like I have an affirmation calendar that I miss a lot of the weekdays, so I'll read a bunch of them or save my favorite. Sometimes I bring a stack of affirmations. We both have an affirmation app on our phone.
the decks.
Yeah, and oracle decks as well.
Yes.
So we sometimes crystals.
And the thing is, like, we are sitting next to each other, but each kind of on our own little journey.
Totally separate, but near each other's energy fields, but doing our own thing.
Yeah, and the music and the incense, and it's like we're together on this journey for an hour and a half or however long it is, and but just we give each other that, like, I don't know, and it's just a great like
It's
the
absolutely
greatest.
beautiful. Yeah. So we use Tim's phone. He sets the timer. And then my phone, again, YouTube, thank you, YouTube. There's so billions, not billions, but
Maybe.
many, possibly billions of just audio channels for spiritual music. So whether you want the Tibetan, Native American, shamanic, like whatever you're into, you can find. There is an artist that I love, Chantra Seba. Am I saying her correctly?
I don't know.
Yeah, well, just type that in and it'll adjust. Her music, well, she and a partner of sorts, it's so beautiful, and I really recommend that. That's a great like starter for meditation music. It's really, really good.
Yeah,
Enjoy it a lot.
before I met Amy, a lot of my meditations are just silent meditation, and I really enjoy the music. It is a nice touch that elevates the experience that we have.
Yeah, it's nice. And then it's kind of funny and adorable. So we have a cat who loves meditation, Ezra. He is our black cat. And it's like he knows the cues. And he also meditates with me during the weekdays. But it's like as soon as we gather our items, sit, and as soon as you press play on that music, he likes to sleep under the couch, and he's really big, and it's a very small space. And he just like crawls and pulls himself out from under the couch. And then we have enough space in between us. So he always just curls up in a ball, and he meditates with us for the entire time. And it really adds to the beautiful energy. It's like all three of us just really just vibrating in peace. It's beautiful.
Yeah, it's like another way to be present. It's like there's this animal being that's sitting here and meditating, and it's like just time slows down, and we're just connecting, and there's like we very very rarely talk during that hour and a half. Like we'll kind of chime to each other, but it's like so
Sacred.
Yeah, it's a really energetically charged hour and a half.
Yeah, it's absolutely beautiful. And it just helps us to just really be present in that moment. And then after, when we're done, the bell rings and we come back to
I ring the bell.
on his yeah, that's true. We didn't even give credit to that. the timer goes off, and then Tim has
Meditation
a
bowl.
meditation, singing
Like a
bowl,
sound bowl.
sound bowl,
I don't
a
use it
ding
for
dong
that.
bowl, meditation bowl.
That's the technical term.
But he
Yeah,
sounds
I have the little
the bowl.
thing, and it's part of the ritual where we have
Yeah,
the
yeah,
bell.
yeah.
I bring that out.
Brings it to my third eye. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's really
it
loving.
makes it more official.
It's very, very official with the ding dong bell. I never call it that. I'm just kidding. But yeah, and so then one of my favorite parts, I mean, we're feeling great. We're feeling wonderful. And then we breathe. We come back to this reality. And then we share, if we want to, there's no pressure, but we share how our journeys went. If maybe there was a special card that had a lot of meaning in an oracle deck that we pulled, or maybe during meditation the universe, divine energy implanted an idea, or we do a lot of parts therapy. Have we talked about that yet?
No, not really.
Okay. There's something called parts therapy, and that's a whole nother topic, but it's just kind of getting in touch. I feel like we have, but anyways, regardless, with your inner child or different versions of yourself from over the years, even future versions of yourself, past lifetime versions of yourself, whatever version of you want to talk to, just to check in. So we often will check in with those parts and let each other know how those parts are doing. And, it's a really, I mean, wow.
Yeah, we
Really intimate.
I think it's again, it's the evolving nature of our practice where we didn't do that. It's kind of extended the part of like the ritual that we do. It's like there's the yoga, there's the meditation, and then there's the post meditation discussion, and that has kind of gotten longer and longer, and it's just it become like another foundational piece to where it's like, I know that after this meditation, this is what we'll do. And sometimes the insights that we get, it's like insights will be born out of the conversation. So it's like me sharing with you and you sharing with me will it's just like magic is happening. I feel like
It really is.
And I feel like I've even mentioned, I'm like, I feel like we need to record these, but it's like we would never listen to them.
No.
but to me, they're so meaningful and so powerful.
They are.
That I've thought of that.
Yeah.
And so yeah.
I feel so lucky to have a partner like you. What a sweet thing to share. That I'm touched. I'm very, very touched. It's really taking my breath away right now. It's really, really nice. So yeah, it's and then I'm not going to really go off on this, but we've talked before about a way that we connect is by doing a calendar check, and we have something called fans that we do. That was, I think, episode 3. And so yeah, this does take a little bit of time. We do that on Sundays, and we add that on, so we're already really connected. We're open with our hearts, and then we discuss our week ahead from a very peaceful space, which I think is nice. If you were going to maybe talk about your week ahead with a harried or negatively energetic space, that might not feel so good, but we peacefully engage in the week ahead, and then we do our practice where we discuss more feelings. We just really we just love connecting.
Then it's time for bed.
Yeah, night. Happy Monday. Nah, just kidding. We're by early mid-afternoon, we're well on our way. But we do sleep in. Yeah. So also, we notice when, I don't know if you want to talk about this, if we don't do these practices.
Yeah. So for me, these practices are like medicine. They are like the things that keep my body, mind, spirit, energy at like optimum capacity. All the cylinders are firing when I'm doing these every day. And then once if things start to kind of get really busy at work or at home, it's a holiday, whatever's happening, I'm like, I'll skip meditation today, but I'll do yoga, or I'll skip one or the other, or I'll skip them both for a day, and then it can turn into 2 days. And I'll maybe hit the snooze button a couple times, and I just, like, my mornings are just so compact with what I have time for, because I have to leave, a certain time to get to work on time. And so the result of that is I become shorter with Amy, which is terrible.
True story.
And I become disconnected from myself. Like I'll notice maybe I'll be on my phone more, just scrolling, checking my email more, just reading articles about music, or it's like I'll try to escape my present moment because I'm just not grounded. Like I haven't grounded myself throughout the week, and just become less patient, just more stressed out, and it's like the medicine. I stopped taking my medicine. I start to become all crazy. And so, I mean, if there's anything that you had to add to that for your own.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think you maybe feel it a little bit more fully than I do, but I will agree that, there are some days, like I'm in a networking group on Tuesdays, and so I still do my yoga, but I haven't found a time early enough to get up to add meditation in. And sometimes I'll have to, after that, I might notice I feel a little static. I don't know what the right word is, but energetically charged, not in the right way. And if I will just stop, even in the middle of a workday, and just take 5 minutes, 3 minutes, whatever, to just recenter and refocus, it helps a lot. It helps very much.
Yeah, and another thing I want to add is, like, for example, like a whole week goes by, my meditation is really, really kind of lacking that weekend meditation that we have built in. Only will skip that if there's a yard sale or we're out of town. It happens.
Like on a flying day.
Yeah. And so the returning to the practice is like an extreme recalibration for me. Today, this week has been really busy, and so today I did less I actually did a lot of journaling, but I did less reading of other items, and I just really just did a lot of like breathing and mindfulness meditation that helped recalibrate and like really just recenter like for the week ahead, because today's Sunday and it's not going to make sense.
Oh, because we launch on Tuesdays, but regardless, we film on Sunday. Well, this week we're filming on Sunday.
Yeah, and so it's just having that just the drop and then the recalibrating.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that these practices, they really calm our nervous system. It's a regulation of our nervous system.
Yeah,
just really important. Yeah, and they help to prevent burnout before hopefully it comes.
Yeah, so that's why we're talking about all this, because the importance of all of these little practices we do, they add up to the people that you're seeing sitting right here. Like we are doing this podcast because of these practices, really. Like if you think about it.
Yeah, honestly, there's some of the first things that ever connected us that were like, hey, that person might be for me.
Yeah, like the meditation app.
That's true. We met on a meditation app, so we really have to be grateful to these practices.
And yeah, I know that without them, my life would just be completely different. Like
I
in so
can't
many
even
levels.
Imagine. Oh no.
And so
I'd probably be depressed and cry every day.
But and so that's the reason we wanted to discuss these topics, these individual practices, the ones we do together also, and it really is important for our relationship, and it creates this honeymoon life that we have.
Yeah, absolutely. I love it. So one thing that we want to ask you, our listeners, do you have any grounding practices that you do on a daily or weekly or some sort of systematic basis that really helps you to stay grounded? And I mean, honestly, it doesn't have to necessarily be spiritual. For us, spiritual practices work, but I mean, maybe it's a walk in nature. I would love to grow and learn, and I'd love to hear about anything that you do that just brings balance into your life. So we would love for you to email us at ourlifeisahoneymoonofficial@gmail.com and tell us about it. I really would.
Or even comment on this video that you're watching. Just
comment on this.
You can. There's a lot of different ways to reach us, but just reach out to us any way you can. And
yeah, absolutely. So we have created something called our Happily Ever After for today, and it's kind of a a lighter item that we bring up at the end of our podcast. And today's happily ever after for today is it's an expression of gratitude for our listeners that have decided to support us by buying us a Mickey pretzel. And I was actually stunned when our first listener who did do this did it, and it felt so good. So a big thank you and appreciation to Mike Doyle, who is my lender. I'm a realtor, if anybody doesn't know that, in South Florida. And my lender, Mike Doyle, is an amazing man. He's a great lender, and he's like family. He's so supportive, and he was our very first financial supporter.
Yeah, I think it was day one. We released the podcast episode and we got an email notification.
Yeah.
If it wasn't the first day, it was like within a couple of days.
Yeah. So usually we go over this at the very end, but if you would like to support us, you can do so and buy us a Mickey. You take it away. You're better at this part.
Yeah, the Mickey pretzel is the equivalent. There's a website called buymeacoffee.com. And so buymeacoffee.com/ourlifeishoneymoon is our link to being able to receive financial donations.
Yes.
And so we've had a couple, and the other one is a mutual friend of ours, Amy's actual best friend. But
my bestie.
But she is very important to me in my life as well, and so I want to give a shout out to Kristen. Is it Tinley?
Tinley.
Yeah. And so thank you, Kristen. That was very kind of you. And we were a couple days late in reaching out to you because our email, we're not used to checking our email. And so,
but if you all would email us, we check it more often.
Yeah. I actually do check it once a day now, so we will not miss it.
Good for you, Tim.
Yeah.
But seriously, I don't want to get off of the gratitude that we have for Kristen, because I did not expect that in any way, shape, or form. And just having my best friend show support in any way, and it didn't have to be financial, but in any way for any project that we work on, like, that really touched me. So thank you, Kristen.
Yes, and the money will be going back into the podcast.
Yeah, it costs money to make this, you
so
know.
It's a Mickey pretzel in theory.
Yes. Yes.
But yeah, and so I think that about wraps it up there.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, so thank you guys so much for taking the time today to stop and listen wherever you are. Maybe in your car, maybe you're walking the dog, but thank you so much for taking the time.
Yeah, absolutely. You can listen to Our Life is a Honeymoon anywhere that you get your podcasts, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or you can also watch us on YouTube.
And you can follow us on Instagram and Facebook at Our Life is a Honeymoon Official, because somebody took Our Life is a Honeymoon and they won't release it.
Thank you, ma'am. And again, whether you want to give us something that grounds you on a recurring basis, or if you just want to email us to just say hi, our email is ourlifeisahoneymoonofficial@gmail.com.
And again, if you'd like to support us with a Mickey pretzel, Our Life is a buymeacoffee.com/our. This is like the most confusing one to say.
Yeah.
Our buymeacoffee.com/our life is honeymoon, and we already discussed all that.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Absolutely. So again, thank you, everybody. We love you. Thank you so much for your support. We appreciate you so much.
Thank you.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.